Breaking news. President Trump just told an Ohio TV station his administration will tap into the Strategic Petroleum Reserve to lower gas prices.
He didn't say how much would be released or when that would happen. Earlier today, he repeated his claim that the war in Iran, which drove up the prices, will end soon. CBS's Erica Brown is live for us in Washington tonight, tracking today's developments in the war. Erica?
Well, David and Lisa, as this ongoing conflict disrupts part of the world's crude oil supply, Iran is now warning of even higher oil prices as it threatens a key waterway used to transport oil in the region. And now dozens of other countries are tapping into emergency oil reserves to also try to keep costs down. This oil tanker from Thailand burned in the Strait of Hormuz after being struck by an Iranian projectile. Attacks in this waterway have threatened the transport of about 1/5 of the world's oil supply. Shipping companies like Maersk have warned tankers not to travel through the strait during the conflict, but President Trump on Wednesday encouraged them to use the route.
I think they should use the strait. They laid mines in the strait. In my opinion, look, we took out just about all of their mine ships in one night.
Intelligence sources tell CBS News Iran is moving toward placing mines in the waterway, but the president says he does not believe any have been successfully deployed. And the Pentagon released a video of strikes on Iranian vessels it says are capable of laying mines.
Our mission is to end their ability to project power and harass shipping in the Strait of Hormuz.
Iran issued a warning Wednesday saying it would not allow any oil to travel through the strait if it benefits the United States, saying the world should be ready for oil prices to spike to $200 a barrel. The International Energy Agency announced it would release 400 million barrels of oil into the global market to bring down crude prices until the Strait of Hormuz can be safely navigated.
These are the kinds of moments that these reserves are used for, because what we have here is not a shortage of energy in the world. We've got a transit problem, which is temporary.
Disruptions due to the war with Iran are being felt at gas stations around the country.
It's hitting the bank account pretty hard.
AAA says the national average rose about 4 cents a gallon Wednesday and is up more than 60 cents from a month ago. Now, although President Trump has recently says he believes that this conflict could soon be coming to an end, today he said that the United States is not finished yet and the military has to continue more of the same operations. David?
Erica Brown in Washington, thank you.